according to the new update from the police. And we're going to be going over that update here in just a few minutes. But I want to break into the news that covered this tonight on, they spoke to the lawyer outside of the building. They asked him to do an on-camera interview. So let's jump into this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to pull it up for you guys. I thought I already had it pulled up. All right, here we go.
We're learning new details tonight about the missing baby out of Yucaipa. Detectives say they cannot rule out foul play in the disappearance of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. The family's home in Cabazon was searched by authorities, including canine officers. Good evening. I'm Karen Devine. John White has the night off. The Riverside County DA's office confirming tonight baby Emmanuel's father has a prior child cruelty conviction, and now we're learning a child was taken from the parents' home. Let's go live to News Channel 3's Garrett Hoddle near the family's home with the very latest on this. Garrett.
Karen, I think you know this as well as anybody. The community up here is tight, from Beaumont to Banning to right here in Cabazon. You don't go to the people come to you. And standing outside the Haro home today, I can tell you there's been multiple passerbys just coming to get a look at the Haro home, which is right behind me. Now, in the past hour, I do have an update. I did speak with Jake Haro, the father of missing Emmanuel Haro, as well as his attorney, Vincent Hughes. We are expected to speak to him later, and we'll have an update on that. Overnight, we saw investigators here at the home searching the property, and today we went and tried to get some answers. Take a look. Hi, if anybody can hear me, this is Garrett Hoddle with KESQ News Channel 3. We're local news. We're in Cabazon all the time. We're just trying to get your side of things. We want to be fair. Investigators confirm canines have been used. They won't say what type or what, if anything, they found Sunday night when investigators searched this Cabazon home. On Monday, deputies came back, and so did we. Well, we went up to the home, and nobody answered. It didn't look like anybody was home. The Ring camera looked like tilted over or knocked down. We tried talking through that, but nobody answered. No answer at the door or at the Ring camera. The Sheriff Department telling News Channel 3 the specific inconsistencies in the mother's statement will not be released. Searches have been conducted in Yucaipa and Cabazon, with more as needed.
I'm a father of 2 and I'm a grandfather of 4. And if something was going on, if something was missing with my child, I'd be cooperating 100%.
We have confirmed through the Riverside County DA, Jake Haro, has a 2018 felony child abuse case. Investigators say they're looking at all pertinent information. Detectives also say the type of canines and any findings won't be released for now. But if you were near the Big 5 on Yucaipa Boulevard around 7:45 p.m. last Thursday, when we got the reports about the missing 7-month-old, call investigators right now. We have a full rundown over on our website. And within the past hour, we did get more information from the Riverside County DA's office on that 2018 felony child abuse charge for Jake Haro right behind me. When I went up to the door and talked to him, he said right now he's dismayed. His child is missing. People are coming up to the property. His lawyer, Vince Hughes, tells me that 2018 charge is being misrepresented, as well as Jake's cooperation with police. We're going to continue to push for more answers, as what's at the forefront is where is Emmanuel Haro.
We're learning new details tonight about the missing baby out of Yucaipa. Detectives say they cannot rule out foul play in the disappearance of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. The family's home in Cabazon was searched by authorities, including canine officers. Good evening. I'm Karen Devine. John White has the night off. The Riverside County DA's office confirming tonight baby Emmanuel's father has a prior child cruelty conviction, and now we're learning a child was taken from the parents' home. Let's go live to News Channel 3's Garrett Hoddle near the family's home with the very latest on this. Garrett.
Karen, I think you know this as well as anybody. The community up here is tight, from Beaumont to Banning.
Okay, so
to right here in Cabazon. You don't go to the people.
Let me close this so it stops playing that music. Okay, so he's saying that the police basically aligned, that he is cooperating with the police, but it don't appear that way. Okay, that they're not out searching for their kid. They did not attend the vigil that were for the kids. Also, you know, they had cameras on the house, but when the police went to get the footage from them cameras, the footage had been deleted around the days that they needed. Ain't that just coincidental, right? Now, listen, I don't believe in coincidences, right? These people are destroying evidence. Every day they sit out, there's more ways for them to destroy evidence or to clean things or to do things that to hide or cover up the disappearance of Emmanuel Haro. A lot of people are thinking in the beginning that this was a hoax. They were hiding this baby for money. And a lot of people believe that in the beginning, that kids are being hid, right? There's not very many hoaxes that really happen. I mean, I ain't saying they don't happen. Sometimes there are hoaxes. Like we know the story, there's one on Netflix right now with the boy in the UFO that was supposed to be on a UFO, and they're chasing down this inflatable UFO and the kids in the attic of the house. I mean, there are hoaxes, but this don't have signs of a hoax. Balloon Boy or whatever it was. Yeah, Balloon Boy. This kid, I believe, is no longer with us. The parents, in my opinion, are 100% responsible. There's a video from our homie that's out where he goes to Waterman's store, and they're saying that this mall, this outlet, that Rebecca was in that mall on August 3rd, and she already had the black eye. Okay. Now, if she's already had this black eye on August 3rd, there's one of the big, huge inconsistencies in this statement. Some people are even saying they done shut off their phones. Okay. They done shut off their phones. They done deleted the videos, but the police have some evidence, and they have been staying on top of these parents, right? The police are constantly at that house, and they don't seem to be searching for anybody else. It's just the family that they're pressuring. So I don't know if that baby's on that property, you know, because they live in the desert. There's a million places to hide a baby that is 2 foot tall, and he's only 21 pounds. Right? He's about the size of a sack of potatoes. So he could be anywhere in that whole mountain range. I don't know if they're stupid enough to unalive this baby and bury him right there on the property or right there in the house. And a lot of times, you know, here's one thing I did learn. If one drop of blood, all right, to clean up one drop of blood takes 1,000 drops of water. You have to dilute it 1,000 times to 1 to clean up 1 drop of blood. And if you don't have enough water, it usually just smears. Okay. So blood is, believe it or not, is actually pretty hard to clean up. Most criminals don't notice, you know, but with a little bit of bleach. Now that's just water. You start bleaching stuff, that's when things get a little strange. But I guarantee you this, when they walked into that house, the police with them search warrants, I guarantee you that house was spotless. I guarantee you that house was spotless, and it probably smelled of cleaning materials, because I have a feeling, and this is just a feeling, that on August, right before August 3rd, maybe August 1st, that woman was holding her baby, and she got in a fight with Jake. This is just my theory. And he punched her in the face. And when she did, she fell, and that baby hit the floor. Now, you believe it or not, as an adult, you can trip over something and die. It sounds crazy, right? But I knew this girl in high school. She got married to her high school boyfriend. They were all in love, just got married, right? And this is some Final Destination stuff right here. She goes in and put some laundry into the washer, right? And when she does, I guess she spills a little bit of laundry detergent onto the floor, not knowingly, just accidentally. And later on, she gets into the bed and she tells her new husband, hey, go put the clothes into the dryer. So he gets up out of bed, he walks into the laundry room to do it, and he slips on the laundry detergent that's on the floor and hits his head on the corner of the dryer, and it kills him. They've been married for 1 day, right? So, and he was an adult man. So you can imagine that if you hit the floor or hit something wrong, it can absolutely kill you, right? You could trip over something and fall on the ground and die. Most likely it's not going to happen, but can it happen? Yes, it can. It can absolutely happen. And it's happened to plenty of people. And we know this man is violent. He's abusive. We can tell by Rebecca's face. I don't think she sat there and punched herself in the face. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think that's the case. And because when you look at her face, it looks like she was healing from a black eye on this side, and now she has a black eye on this side. And I don't know how many of y'all noticed, but it looked like her lip was split too, right here. Well, right here in the corner on this side. There was a cut right there on her lip when she was first given an interview. So it looked like she had been punched in the eye and in the mouth. And, you know, is she scared of this man? Because that could explain a lot. He hasn't really left her side. Every interview she did, he was standing right there. When she talked to the police, he was standing right there. Like, so it's, I understand they're husband and wife, and you know, as a husband and wife to stick together, right? But when you're telling the truth, you don't need backup to tell the truth, right? I think he was there to make sure she didn't tell. And she may be scared of this man. And, you know, they're sharing a lawyer, which the lawyer, if you're sharing a lawyer, he's not going to tell her to talk, right? He's going to tell her to shut up because his job is to get both of them off, right? But at this point, I think he's going to jail September 2nd, any way you look at it, because he's had a violation of probation for a firearm charge, and his court date is September 2nd, unless they try to delay it. Okay. But according to the homie that does, you know, on the ground news or on the strip, whatever it is in Spanish, he's saying that the store, the person that has the video of Rebecca with the black eye, will not be back to the 26th. Okay. So we got 7 days, another week before this video emerges of Rebecca with this black eye. So if we haven't seen it, the police haven't seen it, but I'm sure the police have talked to the owner of this shopping mall or strip mall. Let me play this video. Let's bring up the homie on the, okay, hold on. What did I do? Let me close this. I think I accidentally went to the wrong video. Let me share it. And this is on the Terra, and not, trust me guys, my Spanish is terrible, like zero Spanish. And some people say it means on the ground, on the strip, on the dirt, something of that nature. Okay. And some people are calling him the Latino JLR, which I think is really funny. But he's doing a good job. He's on top of it, you know, and he is boots on the ground right here because all of us can't be out California. So this is our California news anchor here on Dolly Vision. And the face of the news is what he calls himself, the face.
Today's episode has been brought to you by the letter W. The Waterman Discount Mall has entered the chat. The reason why is because the Waterman now ties into the disappearance of little Emmanuel Haro. Any of the cameras here can be brought back to August 3rd, and you will see Rebecca and Jake come into the Waterman on the 3rd, homie, and she already had that shiner, and it was like this,
is that how it said?
Like she had just got a putazo by whoever
putazo
did it to her, quite possibly did it to little Emmanuel too, homie. I have a constituent who has a business in here who has a video because she did a transaction at the Waterman Discount Mall, homie, on August 3rd. I had
this dude is so hype.
I like this, homie, but unfortunately, my constituent is in Miami until the 26th on business, so he cannot come back home. But nonetheless, the waterman has cameras throughout. And so if anybody wanted to get the video from the waterman of August 3rd, Emmanuel's mother and father were here on the tira, homie. And so I can't get it to the 26th, homie, but that doesn't mean that we ain't doing what we can to bring justice to life for little Emmanuel, homie, on the tira. And
Nah, JLR does not have that much energy. Okay, nowhere near. JLR is not that animated. JLR is not that cool. This dude's cool as shit. I want to get him a lowrider bicycle and see him pull up on one of his damn his news reports on a little lowrider, pop off that bitch with some a 64 Impala on damn fucking popping and locking.
now, here in San Bernardino, California, homie, get the waterman discount footage from August 3rd, and it will show you everything. Amevelloso, the face of the internet.
The
I
face.
digress. Gracias. Now back to you sick ass fools on the tira.
You
This
sick
report
ass
has been brought to you
fools.
by the letter 3, the 3rd. Waterman Discount Mall has left the chat. Spencer, a rato. Shh.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to all you JLR fans out there. JLR is not that cool. This dude is the bomb. Okay, he's the face. He's the face of news in San Bernardino. All right, and he's on top of it. I mean, it's similar to what JLR does, but this guy's way more animated. And JLR would never call his viewers sick ass fools. Okay, they got different vocabularies for sure. A lot of things he speaks English and Spanish, so it's hard for me to make out exactly everything he's saying. But everybody that does true crime has their place. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, JLR, on the Tira. Is that how you say it? The Tira. Iqmel. I mean, everybody that brings you this type of news and missing kid cases and true crime. Shout out to them for all the hard work that they do. He is a JLR on Red Bull. Yes, right. Yeah. If JLR drank 15 cups of coffee and was Latino, yeah. The similarities are they both are on the scene, and but that dude's way more animated and he has a little bit more flavor than JLR, it's not my place to compare them because they're two different people. They have two different things. It's just like me and JLR. We do the same things. We just have different approaches of how we do it. JLR is a little more serious and I'm a little more jokey, playing light about things, and this guy is just off the walls with it, right? He's just off the walls with it. But my thing has always been this. I want a little entertainment with my news. Okay, I want to be entertained a little bit. And that's what I try to bring to the news myself, jokes and playing lightheartedness. Because so many people in this niche of YouTube are so serious, like they got a stick in their butt. And there's no need to be like that. You can be entertaining, and JR don't blink. He don't blink. Yeah, he's like, his eyes are dry as shit, right? His eyes are dry as shit. Does he have YouTube? Yes, he has a YouTube channel too. It is on the Tira. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm not Latino or Spanish. I'm redneck white as you can get. Ghostly. Okay, ghostly. So I don't know if I'm saying the channel name right, but yeah, good work for this guy doing this. And we have different people in different places. Like here in California, we got this dude. In Texas, we got Grizzly Hood News. We have this lady here in Virginia. I'm trying to think of her name. I can't think of it right off, but she is crazy. She does like hood news too. I think hood news is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Hood news, it's a new thing. Okay. But people are digging this alternative media stuff. Gigi, thank you so much for jumping on the Blessed Express with us tonight. And hopefully we see an arrest. I was hoping by now I would already be posting breaking news, even with JR Spirit Fingers, that, These people are in jail, and I know it's coming. I think we all know it's coming, and it's just the impatient, my impatience. Just sub this channel. Okay, well, tell him make sure Dolly Vision sent you so he don't copyright strike me for sharing his videos. I don't know the guy. He might be like, oh hell no, I don't like this guy sharing my videos. But remember, if you do watch this, that we like your videos, bro. That's the only reason we sharing them. That's the only reason we sharing them, because you're doing a good job. Grizzly Hood's news is in my area of Texas, and we prefer her news reporting over local media. Yeah, I mean, because when you get a little bit more entertainment, it's a little bit better experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to see a professional news reporter and be like, y'all stupid ass fools, right? You ain't going to hear somebody joking, and the way he conducts himself and he walks around with the fake microphone. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's a real microphone, but he's damn sure not using it. He's using the microphone that's on his camera, but he's just waving the mic around and pointing with it, and he's using it basically as a prop. And yeah, it's a little hood, a little ghetto, but still good. To the point, he's on the scene, and to me, it don't really matter. I like all type of news reporters. Like, if you're good and you're entertaining with it, it's even better. And like I said, alternative media is huge right now on the internet. And if you look at some of these alternative news channels, they're doing way more views than the real news. Tons more. Like, people rather get their news from people they can relate to than somebody wearing a peacoat that just don't look relatable. Okay. LOL, when does Dolly talk? Not JR. This guy just reporting that's what I heard earlier. It's nice to have different variety of channels. Yeah, I agree. I think there's room for everybody to do their thing and bring their little flavor to the YouTube streets. Everybody has a different approach. I checked out the channel and everything is old on it. It must have a new channel. Well, here's the thing. Some of these TikTokers, like, it's easy to do 1 million views on TikTok. I probably could go over there and destroy TikTok in views, but I need longer to bring my message than 2 minutes, right? Like, 2-minute videos, I could do 1 million 2-minute videos a day, right? Because I'm a talker. So it's for people with really short attention spans. And here's another thing is, when you play a TikTok video, if you don't click off of it, it just keeps looping, right? So that helps your plays. It's like shorts. They just loop. I started the video one morning, and then I was clicking on little shorts, and I left for 10 hours and came back, and that video was still playing. You know how many times that little short probably played? Probably 1 million times. And so you see these little shorts that have millions and millions of views. A lot of them ain't real, and a lot of the views on TikTok are not real. A lot of that stuff is botted, and bots are watching, and people buy views and clicks and shit. So if you look at it, like, I'm gonna use this as an example. Bullhorn Betty, she got millions and millions of views on TikTok on videos. You go to her live, she has 300 people in it. Now, how does that weigh out? You see what I'm saying? Millions and millions of people ain't watching her. TikTok is just full of shit. It's Japanese based AI bullshit. So I've never really been too invested in TikTok. As soon as you get a big TikTok, somebody hacks you. Like my daughter, she was growing her TikTok, and her TikTok she had millions of views on silly stuff, like silly stuff. And soon as she got to the point where her channel could be monetized on her TikTok, somebody hacked it and stole it. Right. And I think her channel was something like, I am an egg. I don't know what's her thing with eggs, but it was something like that. Cooked egg, cracked egg. It was something to do with an egg head. I don't know. But as soon as she got big enough to get money, they monetized it and started showing like some weird videos on it. So she had to start over on TikTok. And so I don't really buy into the TikTok. You got to do, I think it's If you do 1 million views, you make $1,000. Okay. $1,000 for, if you make 1,000, sometimes it's less than that. Depending on what the content is. 1 million views. 1 million views on YouTube. I've done 1 million views on YouTube. A monetized video with 1 million views on YouTube is 7 times that. You would make around $7,000. Okay. On I can't hit 1 million views to save my damn life, so I don't even have to worry about it because I'm in true crime, and a lot of my true crime videos, they average about, I don't know, 10 to 20,000 views. Right. So you got to make a lot of damn videos to make that kind of money. Right. But you would make 7 times more on YouTube for average video. There ain't as many plays on YouTube as there, unless you have a huge channel. And when I say huge, we're $75,000. That 75,000 subscribers, that's a baby channel. Like, we're a tiny channel, like, right? It sounds like a lot, but really, and if you look at YouTube, there's people up here that have 100 million subscribers. So to them, it's a little tiny speck of sand channel. And them big channels make really good money. You know, a lot of them guys are riding around in Lambos, and like, you look at Mr. Beast, one of the richest creators, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan, them people are making a killing on it. But the average person on YouTube, AdSense revenue is not really that good. What keeps the channel going here is you guys buying my merch, buydollysoap.com, and super chats. If it wasn't for those two, I don't know how we could keep the channel going. And I mean, unless I went out and got a full-time job, and then I wouldn't be able to YouTube as much as I do. So it's a kind of a trade-off, you know, because I used to work a full-time job and then YouTube late at night and then sleep until I had to work, jump up, work, then come home, YouTube. I was doing it like that to survive. And then I got where, you know, I don't need a lot of extra money. I just need money to pay my bills, and everything's good and I can eat. I feel good because, you know, I own my home, so I don't really have a mortgage or anything like that. If I had a mortgage payment, I would definitely not be able to survive on YouTube. But since I own my home, I can survive with just what I make off of YouTube. But any other way, I would have to be working a full-time job. And I worked a full-time job for 30 years, crawling in attics, under houses. What I used to do was wire houses, and before that, I owned a paint company. So then I was painting new construction, and then I went into wiring new construction because, you know, as the influx of immigrants came into the country, a lot of them took over a lot of the construction trades. As far as painting houses, they were underpricing me so bad that I had to lay off so much of my crew till I had basically a skeleton crew trying to do all these big jobs, and it just wasn't working. So then I was like, okay, well, I need to get into a construction trade that's not being taken over, that you got to be pretty educated to do, right? Use my brains instead of my muscles. And then I got into wiring houses. And then in the construction industry, you know, a lot of people have taken over roofing, framing, painting, drywall, plumbing, but yet not to take over electrical, right? I mean, they're moving in on it now, right? Now they are. But during the time frame, it was job security, right? Everybody can't wire a house, but a lot of people can paint a house. So brain plus muscle matter. Yeah. So I switched over to wiring houses, but the only thing about that is the physical labor of it is really intense. You're crawling under houses. You're crawling in attics. When it's hot, you're hooking up, you know, disconnects and air conditions and all these things. And it's hard on your body. And my body was starting to break down. You know, my back, my arms, my shoulders. I'm still sore as can be from the years of just tearing my body apart to survive. So now when I found YouTube and I found, well, hey, I can sit here and don't have to tear my body apart, and I'll do okay. I won't do as good as I was doing working, of course, but I'm doing enough that I can take care of everything. And plus, when I created Dolly Soap, it helped out a lot. So thank you guys that have been ordering my products and buying my stuff. That keeps me and PJ afloat here. But it's everything we do, from the streaming to the merchandising to the little game show we do. Everything makes a difference, and we found a way to kind of make it work. I understand I am critically ill and disabled and work at a group home. I mean, yeah, you almost have to work these days to the day you die. You know, there's no retirement here where I'm at. You know, here's a little tip. Love late night Dolly. If you have Lolo, it would be like old times. Thank you, Carrie. I do got Lolo. She's in the living room. We just got a baby gate up so she can't run in and out and jump around and, you know, drive me crazy. Why? It ain't so much Lolo. Wrangler's wild and he's heavy, and he don't realize that, you know, he thinks he's the same size as Lolo and he can jump all on you. So he'll want to be in your lap, and he's heavy. And one bad thing about that is when I had that heart attack, they put me on all these medicines that make my blood thin. Okay. So I bruise really easy. Like, I mean, like a grape. It's just like, you can touch me these days and I will bruise. So every time he jumps on me, like on my lap, when I go to take a shower, I'll notice there'll be big ass bruises on my legs from where his paws have kind of dug into me. And he don't mean to do it. And it don't really even hurt me. It's leaving bruises all over me. Right. So I gotta maintain, you know, how much he can jump on and off of me and, you know, be jumping up on me. Sometimes I play with him and, you know, wrestle with him, and he'll be jumping on me anyway. But before it's all said and done, I have bruises all over me. Dolly, it needs to be, I need to be on the Blessed Express. Well, you just made it. Welcome. Get you a nice window seat. Buckle up. Cane Corso. No, he's a little French bulldog. He's big though. He's thick, big bone for a French bulldog. He ain't a little tiny one. He's a 25-pound, big-headed ass, heavy ass French bulldog. He eats good, you know, and because he's allergic to everything, so we got to feed him this really good food, and it makes him fat. So he's just a big fat ass, heavy ass dog. You know what I'm saying? And he don't realize that he weighs so much, and he likes to jump on you. Hey, Dolly, you shave. You look 30 years younger, handsome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel naked. Like, I don't know, like a mole rat or something, like without the scruffle. You know, I'm used to looking homeless. It takes me a while to get used to seeing myself without no facial hair. I got a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't completely clean shave. I just trimmed it down a lot. Blood. Yes, because of, I had a heart attack last year, right? Almost exactly 1 year ago. It was August 25th. I remember the day. 2 days after my birthday, because my birthday is the 23rd, and we had went to Niagara Falls and went to Atlantic City and came back. That day, I remember I ate a cheeseburger and a hot dog. And that night, I had a massive heart attack. And I was in ICU for, I think, a week. And then I was in a regular room for like a week. I was in the hospital a couple weeks. And they put a stent into my heart. And then they put me on all these medicines that I have to take every day for the rest of my life. So, but I'm here. I'm here with you guys. And that's really all that matters. It wasn't my time. God had a purpose for me. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm on the right path, right? Because he let me stay. But I think it was a little bit of a wake-up call to start taking better care of myself, you know, and we got a lot of cases to cover. You know, there's kids going missing all the time, and somebody needs to bring awareness to all these beautiful people that are coming up missing. And when I was laying there, I told God, I said, look, I ain't done yet. I still got stuff I want to do, but I made it, right? Maybe he listened, you know. The fence shocked you. It was not that fence. So many people think it was the fence, but it wasn't the fence. I had a clogged artery. Fences don't clog your arteries. You know what clogs your arteries? Chicken wings. Okay. Fried foods clog your arteries. Processed meats and things like that clog your artery. My right artery was 100% blocked. My left artery still is 50% blocked. And they don't do anything about a blocked artery until it's over 75%. Okay. So if it's under 75%, they don't do anything, is what they told me. And so they unblocked my right side and put a stent there. Where's the baby? Love you, Dolly. And they didn't do nothing to the left side. All right. Which I was thinking, I asked the doctor when I was sitting back up and the medicines and all that stuff was wearing off. I was like, well, why didn't y'all do nothing to the left side while y'all was already in there? And they were like, well, we don't until it's over 50. And I asked my doctor, I was like, well, how do I know this one ain't gonna, the other side ain't gonna back up? She said, because we're giving you all these medicines to make sure that don't happen. And we're not so much concerned about that because it shouldn't, with the stuff you're on, shouldn't do that. Right. So hopefully I'm good, but you never know. You never promise tomorrow in this world. And this is the importance of loving the people that are around you, because, I felt perfectly healthy. Nothing was wrong. Even when I had the massive heart attack, I wasn't even in pain. I was sweating profusely and I knew something was wrong, but I wasn't in a lot of pain. More nervousness and anxiety, but far as pain goes, I wasn't in pain. So when I get to the hospital and they're giving me all this pain medicines, I'm like, I'm not even in pain, people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are freaking me out, giving me all these different medicines, right? And because I really wasn't in no pain. And then time I got to ICU, I couldn't feel nothing, right? They had me on so much stuff in ICU that I was just like a damn vegetable laying there, right? Just in another world. So where's the baby? That's the question. Where's the baby? A lot of stuff coming out that, the baby wasn't seen at the football game. The biological mother of the other kid said she hadn't seen the baby in weeks. We're hearing now that this discount store, Waterman's, has a video of Rebecca Haro going into the store on the 3rd, and she already had a black eye. Now, I don't know how they know that. If the owners, maybe he can watch it, but he can't, he may be able to watch it. Dolly, were you loopy? Was I loopy? I wasn't even loopy. I was out of it, right? I was done for the first couple days, because to do what they had to do, they had to cut my wrist. Right? They cut my wrist right here. All right. And they go in through a major artery. They usually do 2 places. They prepare you for 2 places. If they can't get in through your wrist, right? Say they go in through your wrist and they can't get to where they need to get to, they go in through your groin. And so when they put me in there, I was almost about unconscious. And I remember I'm telling the doctor, I don't want to die. And he's like, I'm going to make sure you make it. Right. That's what he told me. At least he kept me, calm while he was doing what he was doing. I don't know if he was telling me. He told me the truth because I made it. Right. But that's what he told me. He said, I'm going to make sure you make it. Don't worry. And but he was telling me, if we can't get in through your wrist, we're going to go in through your groin. And so they're preparing you for both when you're on the table. Right. They're kind of preparing. I don't know what they do for women, but that's what they do for men. They're making sure they can get in. They're getting your veins ready, your arteries ready to which one they're going to go in, because they first try to go in through your wrist. And if it can't get through your wrist, they go through your groin. But they made it with my wrist. And then, of course, they stitch you up. I can still see the little scar. It's real tiny. It's right there. And then they use this like pressure thing. It's like an air pump. They put this big plastic thing on your hand, and then it has a big air pump, and they pump it up real tight so it squeezes your artery shut. And it hurts. It's like real tight on your hand. Like it's really, really tight. And when I woke up, I had that on my hand, and I was kind of tied to the bed. They didn't want me moving around, I guess, while I was, under the influence. So they had me kind of tied, so I couldn't move this arm. And when you coming out of those things, you really don't, you don't know what happened, right? You're kind of like, you're somewhere else and you don't realize what has occurred to you. So you're waking up. When I was first waking up, you know, they're telling me, hey, you had a heart attack, you're in ICU, and you're going to be okay. We're going to make sure you're good, and all that good stuff. But yeah, flatlined and when they were trying to place the stent. So just hug and love your loved ones, because you never know. You know, like I said, I felt great. And the next thing you know, I'm in ICU fighting for my life. So appreciate the time you got on this planet. It's a lot shorter than you think it is. And some people have it taken away from them, right? And life is valuable. And for this little child, right, that's missing right now, Emmanuel, all the things we don't know. This child could have been the child that cured cancer. This child could have did something so great, and we will never know because that was taken from them. I know this, every moment of this life we live is very precious. Time is the most valuable thing you have, because you can never get it back. You can get money back, you can get everything else back, but you cannot get time back. So the time you give people, make sure you give it to the right people, because that is the most precious thing you have, is your time. You were super scared, and I know a lot of us are older, so a lot of you guys have been through this already too. And for me, it was a good wake-up call, right? And with me appreciating life, I know how important their lives are, right? These people we see behind me. And how the worst thing is this, is people that are supposed to love you that hurt you. Like, I believe Rebecca and Jake Haro should be punished worse than any stranger that would hurt somebody, because you were supposed to love and protect this child. And if you didn't want him, somebody would have easily took that little baby boy. But you chose to be evil, horrible, terrible people. They flatline you when they test the pacemaker. I don't have a pacemaker. I have a just a stent. It's just something they go in, and it's like where it's clogged, they go in and they plunger it out, and then they take this little spring, and it's real tiny, like super, super tiny, like the head of a pin, and they insert it, and when they put it in, it opens up. So all it is my vein had closed. Well, my artery had closed. So all they do is open that back up so blood could flow through my body. So for, I don't know how long it was like that I was getting very little blood circulating. You know, I really don't know until, you know, now I feel better, you know. So I don't know. I'm glad to be here with you guys, right? So I value every moment that I have, because I know now. And you don't think that, because as a man, especially, I don't look at myself like I was old. I'm not super overweight. I'm pretty active, and I didn't see that coming, right? That one caught me by surprise, but it'll make you realize, hey, well, you're not invincible. Things can happen. You need to take better care of yourself. And I was running myself kind of ragged, you know. I was going hard in the paint, like some people say. I was just go, 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 go. And I'm just one of those people that I always have to be doing something. Always. Right? Like, I'm either on YouTube or I'm creating something, or the only time I stop is to sleep. And I got to be exhausted to sleep. So my brain just runs at overdrive constantly. Right? So I've been like that since I was a teenager, just up all night, go, 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 4 hours of sleep, get back up, go, 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 4 hours of sleep. So I sleep in spurts. Like, I just woke up just right before we went live. I was live with y'all today. I hung out, did stuff around the house. Then I went and took a nap, and I slept till about 12 o'clock. And then I got up and I was like, okay, let me go get me something to drink. Went and got me something to drink, came back, went live. As soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to go in the other room, start making tumblers, right? Because we sell tumblers, if you don't know, on the merch store. Super cool ones, DOLLY Vision. You better get them while you can. But I'm gonna be making a bunch of new tumblers tonight, and that's after I get off of here. My doggy is allergic to everything and picky. What do you feed Wrangler, please? I don't know the name of it, but I do know it is $100 a bag. Okay. And I'm like, can't you eat Alpo like a normal damn dog pedigree? We got to get his food from the pet store. Right. And it's only like, it's something like lamb and rice, I think it is, because he can't eat chicken. He's allergic to chicken. He's allergic to everything. He has to take $100 a month pills for allergies. Okay. Listen, if you ain't rich, don't get a French bulldog. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. They're expensive ass dogs. So that dog is at least $300 a month. 2 bags of food, his medicine, you know what I'm saying? And then they ain't accounting the treats that he eats, which are $20 a bag. So, and then you got a bag a week. So the dog is $400 a month. Okay, you could get a damn car for as much as that French bulldog cost us. But he's loved. He's family. I mean, it is what it is. But if you're not prepared, you know how much Lolo costs? Nothing. She eats Wrangler's food, right? So she eats the good food too. But you can buy her one Slim Jim. It'll last a while. The Chihuahua's nothing. She don't have no medical problems. She don't need no allergy pills. She can eat anything, loves everything, right? Get a Chihuahua, okay? They're the most loving dogs. They don't like everybody. They're one-person dogs, right? Or 2 people dogs. But definitely do not get a French bulldog. They're cute, right? They're cute, but they fart constantly. They snore like a grizzly bear, right? I think Wrangler's pretty smart, but he's stubborn sometimes, unless it's food. If you got food, he listens to all that shit then. But any other time, he's just like, oh, he's like and he'll lay on top of you. But if you try to lay on him, he growl and bite you. It's okay for him to do it, right? But if you try to like hug up on him, he's like, ah. So he's a little bit of an asshole too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, dude, we pay way too much money for you to be an asshole. Your Boston Terrier snores. That's what I had before. For anybody that's been with the show for years, I had TT. TT was my Boston Bull Terrier. And I love TT. Was like my favorite dog I ever had. TT was a genius. This dog was the smartest dog ever, right? I had a Boston Bull Terrier that was dumb as a rock. It was a boy. His name was Loogie, right? Because he was small like a snot ball. But TT was her mother was in Eukanuba. She was bred as a show dog, and it was the smartest dog. One of the smartest dogs I ever owned. Benjamin was my pit bull. I got a picture of him on the wall right there. He was really smart too. But TT was like genius smart. She knew what you were saying. I think she probably, if she'd have lived a few more years, she probably would have started talking. That's how smart this dog was. You shouldn't have named him that. Who? Wrangler? I didn't name Wrangler. That's PJ's dog. He's my dog now. He likes me way better. Okay. He sleeps with me most of the time when I crash out during the day. So I didn't hijack the dog. And Lolo seems to like PJ, right? The dogs are traitors. They like whoever got food. Okay. Oh, Loogie. And when I had TT, she snored too, though. My Boston Bull Terrier, she would snore. She'd sit right beside me in this chair every time I'd stream. And if you go back to any of my old videos from a few years ago, you'll hear the dog snoring the whole time. She would just lay right here and snore. My dog won't sleep in my bed, and he won't eat a steak. Picky as all get out. Yeah, dogs have their own personalities. They're like little people. You know, each dog is a little bit different. You know, I've never had 2 dogs that were like the same. They're just like little tiny people. They have their own personalities. Like Wrangler reminds me of an old grumpy man, right? And Lolo is like a crazy little old woman. Like she's just riled up and trying to, like, she's constantly biting Wrangler in the face, but not hard. Like they just playing, but she's constantly attacking them. And believe it or not, Lolo runs the house, right? You ever remember the cartoon with the bulldog and the little chihuahua, and the little chihuahua would smack the bulldog around? That's kind of how Lolo is with Wrangler. Like Lolo is the boss. Like around here in the house, she's the boss. What she says goes. If she's like, if like she's on the couch and Wrangler goes to get up there and Lolo growls, Wrangler won't get on that couch. He's like, oh hell no, I ain't getting that dog crazy, right? So she runs the show. Okay, we got so squirreled off topic that it's unreal. Emmanuel, you know, let's be honest, guys. This kid's not going to turn up alive at this point. We know he ain't been kidnapped, right? The dog, I'm about to call him a dog. Y'all got me talking about dogs. The little boy is gone. And I mean gone off this planet. And every day that the parents are out and not incarcerated is justice unserved. And let's be honest, CPS failed Emmanuel. This guy should have never been around children, especially with him beating a prior child and having these convictions. The news act like they're just learning he's a criminal, right? When we watch the news report, they're like, oh, we're finding out that he has a previous. We knew that from day one, right? How can the sleuths on the internet be better than the big ass news channels? They acting all brand new, like, yeah, we just found out that he's a bad guy. We knew day one. That's the first thing sleuths do, is we pull up your criminal record and see what the hell you have been charged with, right? What kind of background you have, what you've done. And we do it on your whole damn family, right? I mean, you can pay $7 a month, check everybody's criminal background. It's like, is Lolo older, and why is she the boss? I think Lolo is 7 years old. I think I've had Lolo now for 7 years. And I kind of like, I bought Lolo off of Facebook Marketplace. And I showed up and Lolo was in the hood with some, looked like some crackheads. And they had like 700 chihuahuas. And they were just like, she had fleas, and she was just like, I don't know. I don't think she was taken very good care of when I first got her. And she was still young. She was less than a year old. And you could tell she wasn't treated good. But now Lolo lives the boss life. I mean, she's eating steak. She's living it up, right? So, at first she was a little sketchy, you know, and she was mean and she bit me. Now she's just like, thank God you got me. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Lolo like I saved Lolo from some crackheads. And she was living in a, where she wasn't important. You know what I'm saying? They had so many chihuahuas. It was like 20 of them. And I was like, okay, it was like a damn, and they wasn't being taken care of. They had fleas really bad. Lolo did anyway when I got her. That was the first thing I had to do. Is she had fleas so bad that I had to shave her fur. Okay, I had to shave her down, clean her, get her all, you know, get the fleas off of her. Now she takes, you know, she has medicine to keep the fleas off of her. She does the drops. Lolo does Wrangler does the peel. Lolo does the drops. But the drops don't work on Wrangler, but they work great on Lolo. So she uses the drops. Wrangler uses the peels. But she had fleas embedded into her skin, and I had to like shave her down to where she had very tiny little bit of fur in the beginning and get everything. I mean, I was in there like a mama monkey picking fleas off of her, and you know, to get her right. But now she ain't got no fleas, and she lives the high life. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God, can we get back on topic? I had to share that. You know what I'm saying? When you talk for hours, sometimes you go off topic. There's only so much things we can say about this missing kid. The information is what the information is, that these people are lying. And I could sit here and say how many times they're lying, a million times, right? They're lying, they're lying, they're lying, they're lying. Everything they're saying is not right. They wasn't at the football game with the baby. The baby never showed up at the Big Five. They're saying she had a black eye before she reported the black eye. The police are saying there's inconsistencies, right? We all know that. There's nothing in this that really has changed, other than the fact that, we know now that they've served all these search warrants. We know they have it. Oh, yeah, let me read this to you guys. There is something else new. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Update. All right. August 18th, 2025. And this is from the police. It says the investigation into the disappearance of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro is continuing. During the last few days, investigators have conducted extensive searches of Ucapa and Cabazon. Okay, I think I said that right. Don't murder me, people. I'm not from Cali. Looking for Emmanuel and any evidence that might lead to his location, circumstances surrounding his disappearance. Investigators have served several search warrants, which I told you that here, guys. They can't just do that without having these warrants. People said that, well, he's on parole, so they can do it without the warrants. But you see right here, it says investigators have served several search warrants at the Haro home and utilize canines to aid in the investigation. Additionally, a large amount of surveillance video has been obtained from areas of interest and are being reviewed. Anyone with information is urged to contact investigators or we tip at the number listed below. Okay. Thursday, August 14, 2025 at 7:47 p.m. deputies in Ucapa were dispatched to a retail business after Rebecca Haro reported that while she stood outside her vehicle changing her child's diaper, she was physically assaulted by an unknown male. We didn't know that because we didn't know the sex of the person she claimed, and rendered unconscious. When she awoke, her 7-month-old infant, Emmanuel Haro, was gone. Deputies and canine units from San Bernardino and Riverside counties responded and began an extensive search. Emmanuel was not located. Based on the circumstances, Sheriff's Specialized Investigations Division responded and assist with the investigations. Investigators interviewed multiple individuals, including Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro. During these interviews, Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview. At that point in the investigation, investigators were unable to rule out foul play in the disappearance of Emmanuel. Investigators will continue their investigation to locate Emmanuel Haro. Anyone with information in regards to this incident is urged to contact Specialized Investigation Division at 909-890-4904. Caller wishing to remain anonymous should contact We Tip at 1-800-78-CRIME or 27463 or go to wetip.com. Okay. And that's Sergeant Clark wrote that message. And this is from the SBSD headquarters. So that is the latest update from the police, that they have several videos, which, in the beginning, we thought they just had the one that they confronted her with, but it says they have several videos and they're still reviewing these videos. At this point, we all know she's lying. The police know she's lying. But we got nobody. And we got them lawyered up. And then we got Jake saying that he is cooperating with the police. But the police ain't going to come out and say you're not being cooperative if you're being cooperative. And I hope this ain't a situation where they go take a lie detector test and pass it, because I don't believe these lie detector tests at all. I just don't. Now, with that said, that is all the latest updates. I'm going to open the phone line for a few. Give me 1 second to get it pulled up. And if you've heard anything or any news or rumors, make sure you call in and tell us, because there may be some things that I'm missing in this, but I think I pretty much got it all. Their cameras at their house were wiped, so they cleared up their cameras. They don't have any footage, but they had cameras on their house, you know. And I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. Oh, well, we just accidentally deleted it. No, you didn't. You deleted it on purpose. So let me put the number up. Give me 1 second. All right, that is the call-in number that you see on the screen, 757-797-6694. The question tonight is basically, how long is it going to take before they arrest these people? And will they ever find the manual? I don't think, unless they talk, I don't think they're going to find this baby. I mean, I know the police know they did it, but they have to prove it, right? They have to prove they did it. And will they be able to prove that they did it? That is the $1 million question. I don't have a single camera or smart anything. Okay, well, you're a little behind on times. You know, I have cameras here. I don't check them a lot. I used when I first got them, I checked them all the time, but not much really happens where I'm at. And if it does, I'll have it on camera. Mostly my thing is I don't too much worry about outside my home. I worry about inside my home. So if somebody breaks in, I got cameras in the studio. Anywhere that I have really expensive stuff, I have cameras. So, and my camera takes 3 pictures of you and then starts recording. And you can talk through it. So like say you come into my studio and break in and I'm not here, it'll send an alert to my cell phone. And then I hit the button on my cell phone and it shows me live my studio. And my camera has a microphone in it. So I can be like, hey, you're going to jail. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then I have them. I ain't going to tell you everywhere I have cameras in my home, but let's just say it's covered. The front door, the back door, the studios, the my vehicles, all that good stuff. Okay, y'all quiet tonight. Dolly.
Hey, it's Rhonda from Tennessee.
Hey, Rhonda.
I really think the little kid's gone. I think he's been gone.
I do too.
For like the 1st of August, last of July.
I agree with you on that. I think he went missing around the same time she got that black eye.
Yeah, and I, like you said earlier, he probably cold cocked her and got the black eye, and she fell and she's dropped that baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he knows he's in trouble anyway, and he done something with it so that they couldn't find him.
Yeah, and you got to remember they live in the desert in the mountain range. That baby could be somewhere buried up in the mountains.
And you know what? I'm not bringing up an old case, but you know how they were sitting there holding hands? Did it not remind you of when Candace and Don were sitting outside talking the first time that he got Candace to say something? Oh, did it not remind you of that?
Where they were sitting in the chairs?
Yes.
Yeah, it did kind of remind me a little bit of that.
Right, yeah, but yeah, I'm like you. I think he's gone. You know, and it's sad. It's really sad that kids have to, you know, it's just. But anyway, Dolly, one more thing and then I'll hang up. Did you hear the update on Jaden's foster today?
Yes, that the stepdad was charged, and the mother was upped her charge to murder. Thank God. That's what they did. So
I'm gonna tell you something. That DA is going to put them under the jail.
So that whole I over medicated them, and that's all a lie.
Yeah. This kid. Yeah, but they got him for a lot of stuff. They're both under $1 million bond.
I'm surprised they got a bond.
Right. He can afford $100,000 to get them out.
No,
you know?
I mean,
each one of them's got $1 million bond. So
And what bondsman would bond you? I mean, not only that, if you come
Right.
up with the 100,000,
Right.
what bondsman would take the risk to bond you on a murder charge?
Right. And I think that he was like hiding out because they got him at the dollar store.
Yeah,
They arrested him at the dollar store
good.
and impounded the truck.
Yeah, impounded the truck. And I was saying that too when I first covered the story. I was like, well, now they need to arrest the man because there's no way he didn't know. He admitted to being there openly. He said
Right.
he was
He
there.
had to help her dig that shallow grave and carry that tote.
Yeah.
You know, dead weight is a lot heavier than just regular.
Yeah, that's a 10-year-old boy. He had a little weight to him. So,
and I heard somewhere on one of the channels that the clothes that were laying there that those people found laying there, and they said the state trooper put them out there or something.
Yeah.
That was emptied out of that tote that little boy was in. His clothes were in that tote, and they dumped them there so they could use the tote.
Yeah. I believe that. What horrible ass people they are. I mean, they're going to get what they get. They'll be in prison for the rest of their lives. They're older too, so they'll be in there. They'll never get out.
Right. But I just wanted to chat with you. I didn't mean to change the subject, but
okay, it's fine.
I've got that little boy on my mind too.
All right, you be good.
All right, good night.
All right, peace. Yeah, Jaden Spicer, you know, his mother, they charged her with second-degree manslaughter, and they upped it today to murder, which is good. It's what she gets. Devil. Dolly.
Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, it's Sunshine and Shadows.
What's up, Sunshine? Shadows.
Can't forget them shadows now.
Can't forget the shadows.
So I called, I as bad as I hate to say it, I think that baby was gone a week ago.
I think it's been longer than that. I think since the 3rd, when she walked into that store, I think that baby's been gone. I think whatever happened was a big blowout, and she may have been trying to defend the baby and got hit. You know, we don't.
Jake's ex-wife was at the football game and did not see the baby.
Yeah, she said she hadn't seen the baby in weeks.
And also, I was watching, I stumbled across another channel today, and this guy was a detective, active duty detective. And he pulled up some stuff. Her ex-husband, he said that, you know, he's got 2 daughters by her, and they don't have no contact, not even for his kids. And he didn't even know anything about an existing child. Like, he didn't know she even had a son. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, is he the only person that didn't know? And I was like, that's crazy. So, like, you wouldn't, like, blast everywhere and make it painfully obvious that you have a kid?
Well, maybe they wasn't too proud of this child because of his disabilities.
Oh, and that's another thing I saw. A lady claiming to be Jake's sister out a video saying that he has no diagnosis, is just the lazy eye.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
He's behind in development, but he's not diagnosed with nothing.
Yeah, but it may be too early to diagnose him with what's going on with him. He's delayed in development. He has a crooked eye. You know, he looks as a baby. I don't want to be judgmental, but he looks special needs. You know, if I've just seen him, I would think he was a special needs baby.
When I look at him, his eyes are kind of what made me think that. But then again, I looked at the mom, and the mom's kind of got the same thing going on with her eyes.
With a crooked eye?
I mean, yeah, I guess. And like, he just.
I mean, it could just be that. It could just be a crooked eye. I mean, I'm not an expert, but like, I don't know. It's just the way the baby's face is kind of bulldogish and his eyes crooked. It kind of makes me think he's got something going on with him. But like I said, I'm not no medical doctor. I have no clue.
Right. And
I mean, look at Sebastian on the screen. He looks perfectly fine, and he's autistic. It's hard to look at somebody and tell, you know.
And the thing too is what we're looking at is cosmetic. So I mean, it could just be a cosmetic issue. And he's 7 months, and if he's behind developmentally, is that really because being neurodivergent, or is that because mom and dad don't work with him? They just sit him in a crib and ignore him.
It could be a little bit of both. You know, if you if you're not taught or interacted with, you may be delayed. You know, it
Exactly.
could, you know.
I had two nephews that are 3 weeks apart. One, his mom just played TV shows and left him laying in his crib. He didn't talk till he was 4. And the other one, his mom and dad worked with him daily, and he was ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, you see some kids at really small age that are damn near geniuses. They can pick up a encyclopedia and read it. And then there's other kids that are still drinking out the bottle. So, I mean, how much time you spend with your child. And, I mean, it has something to do with genetics. But, you know, you could take 2 kids from the same family and spend a lot of time with one kid and teach that kid, and he'll be 1,000 times smarter than the other kid.
Yeah, I mean, genetics does play a part in it, but when you take 2 kids that genetically have no markers for stuff like that, and there are no genetic problems, and then it's just a matter of lack of attention.
I
forget what they actually have a psychological thing behind that. Like their kids can actually develop issues psychologically because of that.
I was watching this TikToker because, you know, I had this TikTok pulled up earlier today because of this stuff we've been watching on TikTok. I don't usually watch TikTok, but they had this lady that was talking about nanobot technology, and I'm a big nerd, right? And this nanobot technology basically goes in and finds sperm cell, and it attaches itself to the sperm cell, and it swims it to the egg and helps it fertilize the egg, right? For women that can't have a hard time getting pregnant. And the girl that was doing the video was a trip. She's like, what is the world going to be like if the slowest sperm can be the
winning race?
Yeah, the one that wins, right? Because she was saying, well, we all had to win a race. We were all the strongest in genetics because we was able to win, get there, you know, fertilize the egg. And now the weakest instead of the strongest are going to be the ones that are fertilizing the egg. Is that going to make our society full of dumbass, weak, low genetic people? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, she got a good point, you know, that everybody that's here is because we won the race. We didn't lose the race.
True.
So, and I was thinking, well, technology has came a long way. You know, nanobot technology. That sounds like something out of a G.I. Joe movie.
True.
All right, Sunshine Shadows, you be good.
All right. Peace out, Dolly.
All right, peace. So, yeah, medical technology and stuff like freight crime, much how sad for their child. Yes, definitely terrible actresses and actor, right? Even though they live in California, they didn't put on a good show. I don't think they fooled anybody whatsoever. Okay. I can't wait to see them in orange jumpsuits on their way to prison. You know, I believe that charge them with murder, put them on death row, lethal injection, right? Well, I mean, especially for this man, this monster should never walk the streets and never be around. He should have never been around kids anyway. Their body language spoke volumes. We are the fastest swimmers. That is right. Think about it. We all want a race to be here. And now the slowest can be the one. That's terrible, right? Good genetics, it plays a lot into this too, you know, especially with kids developmental problems and things like that. Mom may take a deal to testify against the dad. That's what's going to end up happening, right? Some are Darwin Award winners. I praise live. I'd rather she give him to someone and then the innocent baby being not alive. So damn sad. Yeah, but the odds of that, right, of somebody just giving the baby away, or, you know, there ain't. If people are trying to buy a kid, usually they're trying to buy a kid that don't have any problems. right? If people, just to be honest, if somebody said, hey, I'll give you a perfectly fine baby, or I'll give you this little crooked-eyed baby, most likely you're going to pick the baby that's fine. Some people might go, okay, you know, it's like people that adopt a pet. They go out and they adopt a dog that has 3 legs because they're like, this dog needs it more, right? So there may be people out here that would go, well, okay, give me the little baby with the crooked eye because, you know, he needs somebody to love him. But for the most part, people are going to pick the baby that don't have a problem. So that's just truth. People are good. Gene, what does this say? It moves so fast. You can't just give kids away. Special need kids are last to be adopted. That's what I'm saying. Scary enough with the winners on this planet. Yeah, pretty much. So I think people are going to go for the good kid. Spell check, gotcha. All right. And, you know, kids with disabilities or older kids are the hardest ones to adopt out. If we look at it right now, Josie, Summer Wells, big brother, they're having a hard time getting him adopted. And they made a commercial for Josie and where he was looking for his forever home. And I was like, what is he, a puppy? Like, what the hell? I thought Sarah McLachlan was going to start coming in and singing In the Eyes of an Angel. I was like, this is the craziest shit I ever seen. When did they start making videos like this for kids? I've never seen an adoption video like that. Never. And Dolly, I sent you an email. Okay, give me a second. Oh my God. Somebody sent me is this who I think it is?
If in fact Rebecca had that black eye on the 3rd, go to the Waterman Discount Mall. Go to the Waterman Discount Mall and get any of those cameras from August 3rd. Today's episode has been brought to you by the number 3 on the Tira, homie. And so now you fools got another lead. Go to the Waterman Discount Mall and ask for the camera footage of August 3rd. August 3rd. Today's episode has been brought to you by the number A, August, and the letter 3, the 3rd. Ahmed Belloso has entered the chat, the Waterman Discount Mall. Today's episode has been brought to you by the letter W, homie, and the letter D, homie, and the letter M. The Waterman Discount Mall has entered the chat. August 3rd. Go check out the camera.
That damn.
Oh my God. Guys, if anybody ever sends me another video from Sludge Knuckles, I'm going to block you. Okay. All he did was take the homies video and share it. This dude can't even wipe his ass. Okay. Please do not send me videos from Cinnamon Showbun. Okay. Cinnabon's dude has doo-doo on his fingers. Okay. Don't send me that. Okay. Whoever sent me that, please don't ever do that again. Right. Please don't ever do that again. I don't know if that's the video you sent, but yeah, don't send that guy to me. There's 2 people on this whole platform. I have a video from the Big 5. Hold on. What is this? I have video from both the Big 5 and the residents of Emmanuel's home. I just need to make sure this email is still active to you. Please confirm, and then I will send all I have. There was no activity, but thought I would share it with you. From one of your subs. Okay. Let me send that back. Like, yep, you got it right. All right. Okay, so they're saying they have video. I'd like to see that video. Okay, right here. What is this? All kinds of new updates on this little guy, but you didn't give me none of them. Police raid their home. I seen that. I wasn't so much a raid, but it was a search. Let me see if there's anything else. Thank you for ordering some Dolly soap. Somebody just ordered some raspberry lemonade. One of my favorite soaps. And some cotton candy. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa got herself some Dolly soap. Best soap in the game, Lisa. You're going to be so happy with that. Dolly, this stuff heals bruises and takes the pain out quickly. Not greasy or smells. No odor at all. Okay, well, thank you for that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? When I get a bruise, I'm not too worried about the bruise. I just can't have bruises all over me because then I look crazy. But thank you for the advice. I don't put nothing on a bruise. It's just, it'll go away when it goes away. Cotton candy soap is awesome. So yeah, a lot of that information I'm getting is the same information, but thank you guys for sharing it with me. You know, even if I get it 1,000 times, I'd rather you send it to me and we know about it, right? Especially late night when my producer's not awake. If anything's going on that I may have missed, I don't have my PI with me late at night. So, you're more than welcome to send stuff over that you think we should show or we should know. Definitely. No, you've been looking at it the wrong house. I sent pictures. I know. I found the real house. It's right here. I even still have it pulled up. Here's the house right here. We've been on top of that. So, yeah, the very first time I showed the home, I was showing the wrong home. But yes, we got it now. We know exactly where it was at. This is the area. And look, I mean, you see the mountain range, you see the fields. I mean, if you just stuck this kid over here somewhere and buried him, you would never find him. I mean, there's just so much area to search. And the hardest places to find people are in rural areas. I doubt they threw this baby in a dumpster because there's not a whole lot of dumpsters around. So they buried this baby somewhere. I bet you if you went into this shed right here, I guarantee there's a shovel in there. I guarantee it. All right. They probably walked out to the shed, grabbed a shovel, started walking out into these mountains over here and buried them somewhere. I mean, what would you do? Would you put them in a car and drive them down the street and take them somewhere? Because you might get pulled over. You take a chance. But if you just do whatever you did, walk out the back door, walk up into these mountains, bury the baby somewhere up in here or somewhere, then the chances of them finding this baby on that mountain are slim to none. Stacy, that's not it. Okay. That's not it. What house is it then? This is the house. Let me go back in and double check. I got the address. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's 508. That's 505. All right, hold on. That's the house. Because I got the address. But it's popping up 505 on the street thing, but it's actually 08. But that's the house. Can I call? Yeah, you can call. Here, let me open the phone lines. All right, phone lines are open. Dolly. Hello.
Dolly?
Yes.
Oh, hey, I didn't hear you say Dolly.
Yeah, it's Dolly.
It's Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
From Nashville. Holy crap. I've never got through this many times in a row. First of all, congratulations. You're almost to, well, we made it over 75K. So you're on your way to 76.
Uh-huh.
That's my first thing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. I've been with you since like 30K. So it's very nice to see you grow and, not change with, gimmicks and shit. But anyway, that's the biggest thing I wanted to say. But, it's like we always say, we know so little. What is it? 10% of what law enforcement knows?
Yeah.
But what's irritating me is they're not law enforcement. They're not coming out doing a presser. They're not come out and freaking talk and stop letting these rumors get around.
Well, they did give an update, which was very little. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I did come in about 15 minutes ago. So
okay.
But, I actually had dinner with a friend of mine who's a law enforcement officer tonight. And I promised I wouldn't. I can't say what he said, but he has a whole different take on this. And I'm like, why don't y'all speak up? Why don't y'all say stuff? He's like, it's just the way we're trained. It's how we do it. Just hold on. They're going to go down, not just these people, but everybody that is involved in the missing child shit. They don't speak until they have evidence, and I don't know. It's just getting stupid. It's just getting stupid. This is enough. I mean, and that little baby very well could just have a lazy eye, and his parents, your other caller that called when I first came in, some parents, they don't try to get their babies to sit up, or they don't encourage them to do things. And every picture we see of this baby from the time he was, little, from what we know, because you never know until you're in person with them, but there's no pictures of him sitting up and interacting. And
well, there's one picture of the mom holding him and the little girls at her feet.
Yes, but did you see how stiff he was? That's one thing I wanted to say, and I forgot to tell you that earlier today on your live. That's a big sign from my training and things I know of fetal alcohol syndrome. They stiffen up. He was so stiff in that picture.
I didn't notice how stiff he was. I just noticed that's the only picture where he looked like a normal kid, where they were a decent family.
Yeah, but he was his legs were stiff straight. If you look at his legs and his arm, and she had his other little arm in her hand, and she's smiling, and his head was he was very stiff. And I don't claim to be a medical professional or whatever, but I just think, I mean, I don't know if it's a California thing. Well, it can't be just a California thing, because let's not even get started on Sebastian. It's like you said, people in Virginia, it's like that in Kentucky too. This baby goes missing and you don't have anything to back it up with, the parents are going to jail. I agree with so many of the callers that have said, and I think you even said, get her away from him. Clearly, she's clearly abused. But guess what? I know I may sound like an asshole, but I've been abused in my past. But when it comes to my children and my dogs and my animals, I'm not get me away from the abuser, and I'm going to have so many opportunities to say, you said it today. I'm scared. I don't trust him. He's going to kill me, whether he's gang related or whatever. Your child comes first.
Yep. All
My
right, Sean.
thoughts are- Anyway, listen, I really just called to congratulate you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. Anyway, okay.
All right. Peace.
Sorry. Thanks. Peace.
Dolly.
Hi.
Hey.
Let me correct you all. He does not have lazy eye. He is cross-eyed.
Okay.
I have a lazy eye. It's where one eyelid hangs lower than the other. That's a lazy eye. Cross-eyed is where both eyes don't go together.
I thought cross-eyed is when you look at your nose. You're cross-eyed.
Well, no. A lazy eye is where one eye is lower your eyelid. It's your eyelid is lower than the other. See, I had to have eye surgery.
Okay.
And it's still not right. It's still low, but it is. But that's how it is. But it has nothing to do with what his eyes are. Because my eyes aren't like that. And
okay, that's fine. I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't think the eyes really
as far as
important.
her bruises, those are way old bruises.
Yes.
Because I've had my eyes blackened by my sister. And those are way old bruises.
Okay.
Those are almost 2-week-old bruises.
I agree.
Those are way old. Because, when me and my sister were growing up, we used to get in fist fights. And before she died, she said she felt guilty. And I said, what'd you feel guilty for? She said, because we got in fights. I said, well, it's part of growing up. We just didn't do it very well. I said, we get mad, and that's how it worked out. I said, you had nothing to feel guilty about. I said, just part of growing up. We just didn't do it very well.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you. It happens. Siblings fight.
Yeah, it's just, and part of it is our heritage. We're checked, we're hotheads anyways.
Awesome.
So,
well, at least y'all didn't kill each other.
No, we didn't. Come close a couple of times, but we didn't. But, as we got older, we grew out of it,
Yeah, of course. All right, well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, thanks. Bye.
All right, peace. Okay. So, hopefully something breaks in the next 24 hours. Ollie.
Hi, this is Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
I'm the one that said you had the wrong address. That 505 is the first time I've seen it that way. Every other one I've seen is 555.
555. I don't know about that. Let's try. I don't think that's right. I don't think you're right. Okay. 555. It's a field. Well, 53.
No, it's a house.
Let's go down a little bit.
If you go down half a block, there's another white fence.
Yeah.
It's right past that. It's like a short driveway that goes between the houses, and it sets back between.
55 is right there beside this one. It's all the same property.
No, it's on the other side of the street.
Oh, you say I need to turn around? Oh, I got you. So you're saying it's right here with this white fence?
There's
there's
a fenced junkyard thing, and then there's a house
with a truck,
white picket fence.
Yeah, it has a white fence, but I don't think that's.
And then there's a short driveway to a brown house that sits back behind that other house.
That is 573.
Okay, then it's down a little bit. Did you get my email?
Which email did you send me?
It just said, it was from me, and it said missing baby.
Missing baby. Hold on.
Because I even did the Google Maps and put in that address, and that's where it took me. I sent that too.
Did you send it to JimmyJM757 at gmail.com?
Yes.
I didn't get nothing that says missing baby.
Oh, wait. What is it?
Jimmy, Jimmy, Jams, JAMZ 757 at gmail.com.
Okay, because the email I saw that was printed out just says jams.
Nah, that ain't it. It's Jimmy,
Okay.
JIMMY, JAMZ 757 at
Right.
gmail.com.
Okay, I will resend it right now.
Okay, not a problem.
All right. Bye.
And let's see. Somebody just ordered some pink sugar, cotton candy, and cherry almond. Patricia. Okay, Patricia just scored her some Dolly soap. All right, you gonna smell good, Patricia. You got all the good smells. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, what's up, Chief?
All right, I'm a little confused because I heard the relative that was at the football game. It was a relative. So, and now I just heard somebody say earlier on the phone that it was the ex-wife of him.
Yeah, it was the kid's mother, the boy's mother that was playing football.
So the other kid's mom.
Yes.
Yes, right?
And she didn't see the kid. She said she hadn't seen the kid in weeks.
So if you're the ex of the husband, why would you say that the kid wasn't there?
I mean,
doesn't that seem a little odd to you? I mean, really? You're going to say that the kid was never there and he's missing and you're the ex of him and you're hanging out with his new wife and their kids and it's all, is that a cover-up?
Okay. I don't know, but I just got a message from somebody that said that Jake Haro and his daughter fractured the skull and ribs of his 10-week-old daughter from a previous relationship. They are also healing rib fractures from another break. It blew my mind. So this dude's a monster. He's just a kid beater, you know, if that's true.
Yeah. But I can't get over that. That's his ex-wife at the football game.
Yeah.
And everything. And
well, I mean, I'm sure she's an ex for a reason. She probably knows he's a monster.
Yeah. But why would she use that line that the kid wasn't there? That's all more suspicion. How did the kid come up missing?
I mean, I know, I agree with you that it's super suspicious that it, you know, why even show up to the football game? They needed an alibi. They were trying to build an alibi, is what I believe. But
yeah, I mean,
they just didn't do a very good job at it.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just a matter of time. They're going to get arrested. It's coming. It's just when will it come? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say within the week they're going to be arrested.
Yeah.
If they're not, I'm flying out to Cali.
Yeah.
Right after my birthday. I don't want to miss my birthday.
Hell yeah, bro.
So.
Hell yeah. But yeah, damn.
I'll be out in front of the house screaming all night long.
Hell yeah.
I ain't got nothing better to do.
Hell yeah. We could go hang out with Guilty of Crime.
It is Guilty of Crime from California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Northern.
Is she covering this case?
I think she started to, I think. She went over it today, so
okay.
She's getting into it.
Well, you'd think if you're from Cali, you would cover this case.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get little homie. I give him props. Do you remember Micro Machines?
Micro Machines of toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Micro.
Well, they had a Lowrider series, and off of that Lowrider series they had, spun off little homies, which were these little rubber figures.
Yeah, I
and they were
remember.
little
I remember.
gangsters.
I remember the homies. You could get them out the bubblegum machine for like 50.
Yeah. I have stickers.
Yeah, I remember them. Somebody
Yeah,
got
that's what
rich
he
off
reminds
that.
me of.
Yeah,
I
somebody.
follow this other channel, and he looks just like the host that does lowrider shows out in L.A. He's from Cali too, and he kind of looks like that dude.
Yeah,
If you think.
yeah. He looks like he belongs on a lowrider bicycle. To me, he has that whole vibe, you know.
Oh yeah, get somebody to post his channel because I'll sell him up. He seemed pretty cool. I mean, at least we got somebody on the scene.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely got somebody there. Like I said, I think they'll be in jail by my birthday, but if they ain't, I'm thinking about riding out there raising a little hell.
Hell yeah. For California.
I've been meaning to visit Cali anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This will give me a reason, something to do while I'm there. Go out and do some sleuthing. I mean, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the desert. I really am not. I need if I do something like this, I need a humidifier.
Oh no, you don't, dude. It's dry hot.
Yeah, it dries me up like a cactus and I start bleeding. Day 3, my nose will be bleeding.
Really?
Yeah, every time I go to Vegas, the third day, always the third day, my nose starts bleeding really bad.
No shit.
And I mean bad. Like, I ain't talking about just a little nosebleed. I'm talking about I spill a gallon of blood. Every time. All 3 times I've been there, I get nosebleeds.
Dude, I wonder if that was like some kind of like pre from when you had the heart attack, those nosebleeds, because that has something to do. And
I mean, I don't know. I just know every time I've been there. No, it ain't just my nose. It's my throat. It's everything. I feel like my insides are drying up. I think people that are in that climate are just used to it. And if your body's not used to it and you're used to moist air, you know, like I remember it was so bad. And this is no lie, Chief. I flew back into Virginia, right? And I got off the plane and it was raining. And I literally looked up at the sky and said, "Thank you, God." Right? Because the air felt wet. And when I was breathing in, I could feel it. Like actually feel it. I don't know if that's just my body, how it reacts, or if everybody acts to dry climates like that, especially that it's not in them all the time. Like if you go from a really wet climate to something that's bone dry at 125 degrees, I felt like somebody was trying to cook me like a gingerbread man. It was that bad. Wow. So I'm not a big fan of the desert. I like some of the places I like to visit, but I got like a 3-day minimum and then I'm ready to come home. I'm like, okay, once I start bleeding, I start getting nosebleeds. It freaks me out a little bit. And I'm like, all right, it's time for me to jump on a plane and get the hell up out of here.
Oh yeah. My dad was born and raised in Idaho. So I've been all over Wyoming, Montana, Utah, Idaho, California, Nevada.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah. I've been on the East Coast most of my whole life. And, you know, I'm just now getting to where I travel all these places in the last couple of years. And, you know, I thought like upstate New York, I could breathe really good. I thought the air was really good in upstate New York. But when you get in the desert, I ain't built for the desert. I just ain't. I'm too white for the desert.
Yeah.
My body just can't handle it. Like I said, and when I got back to Virginia, I didn't have no nosebleed. So I know it's the climate of the area because it's done it every time I've been there. Like I've never had a nosebleed here. Like my nose just don't start bleeding out of nowhere unless I get punched in it. But there I was walking down like Fremont Street and I looked down in my hole. I had bought this white shirt and it was covered in blood. I was like, oh shit, I'm bleeding. And I bled all the way back to the hotel, got up in the hotel room. It looked like a damn crime scene. I was bleeding everywhere. I was just bleeding. And so what I did to the last couple of days I was there is I would go into the shower and turn the shower on high, like heat. And then I would just sit in there on my laptop and let the steam fill the air. And then I would just hang out in the bathroom of the hotel room in like a steam bath so I could get moisture into my body.
Hell yeah.
All right, Chief, you be good.
You know, I grew up on the South Shore of Long Island, about 22 miles from Gilgo Beach. That's where I grew up.
All right, we're going to have to check, make sure you wasn't picking up no prostitutes. All right, you be good. Be good, player.
For a matter of fact, one of the victims, the girl from Buffalo, New York, I have a friend of mine down in Georgia that's from Buffalo up there, and it was his cousin.
Oh, Lord. Small world.
Yeah.
Small world, Chief. All right, be good. Peace.
Yep. You too.
Yeah. I mean, for people that ain't used to that really dry weather. Now, if I can find somewhere in between that, you know, nice all year humidity would probably be good. Dolly, y'all blowing the phone lines up this morning. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm Gloria. Sorry, I was like a little nervous and I was trying to have, everything written down that I wanted to say.
Okay, Gloria. No big deal.
I'm a Uvalde, and I'm not sure if you talked about this yet, but I don't know if anyone knew, but the Uvalde Foundation for Kids had announced that it was withdrawing its search and reward offer.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that was really wild on how, about troubling details that led to the group's decision. So I think, there's more, the authorities know more than, they're giving out right now. So
yes,
I'm guessing there is something,
that because, they have these videos and we don't know what's on those videos, but the Uvalde Foundation, I'm not a big fan of them because they did the same thing in Sebastian Rogers' case. I don't think you should give up on kids. And they seem to be a big old pack of fucking quitters. I hate to say it, but it seems like what they're known for is quitting. Like, EquiSearch, they find kids. Uvalde, I don't think their track record is the best. So I would
completely agree.
You want to get somebody out there searching, get EquiSearch out there searching. They got a better track record of finding kids, even underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I just think they just wanted to insert themselves, but it was bigger than they thought.
A lot of people do that. Even the Raging Cajuns back during the Sebastian, there's a lot of people. Dog the Bounty Hunter inserts himself into shit and don't do nothing. I think they just want media attention. And that's a quick way to get it if you stick your nose into these high profile cases.
I completely agree. And I just hadn't heard it because I just tuned in. I honestly found you like 2 days ago.
Did you? Well, welcome. Glad you're here with us. It's awesome to meet you and talk to you. Yes, I don't put too much faith in them. I don't want to see people give up on kids, right? When you've given up, that's just like saying you're a quitter, like don't give up. That's even more reason to find these kids, to make sure that these parents are punished for what they did. Like every kid I've heard, every case I've heard these people follow, they end up going, okay, we're pulling our resources away. We're not going to do anything. So I guess maybe if you're going to only look for runaway kids, then, you need to clarify that with your group, that we only look for runaways. We don't look for endangered children that may have been hurt. Because that's what it seems like. They don't look for kids that their families did something. They only look for kids that are missing, that are alive. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, really. But I don't dig it very much. Me off.
It's just really hearing that, and I'm like, what? They were involved? Wasn't even like 5 seconds they were involved, and then they just stepped back. They're like, oh no.
Long enough to do the interview. That's how long they were involved, right? Like, I don't know. Is it legit? I don't know. Some of these people are not. I know for a fact that, there's different Cajun navies, and some of the Cajun navies, because that name is used by a few different groups, some of them are straight scammers. I learned that firsthand when I flew down to Tennessee to volunteer for the search, and they came up making threats towards me, and they wasn't searching. They were just hanging out in a parking lot and jumping in front of news cameras every time they could get a chance, just to bring, because people donate to them And then, of course, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. The more attention, the more people want to donate to them. And what are they really doing? Nothing. Playing around on their boats, their swamp boats. It's. I don't trust it, and it look
these days, to be honest.
It left a really bad taste in my mouth. The whole experience in Tennessee dealing with these groups that are supposed to be like non-profits, but really it's all for profit.
Definitely, I agree. Especially here in Uvalde, everything has changed, and it's just. I know it's justice for the kids, but from what I've seen and what I know living here, it's all about money. It's all about money, and
money is the root of all evil. It brings out the worst in people. It brings out people from underneath rocks and tree stumps and out the swamps. Okay, I didn't know. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have thought, most of these people are good people doing good things. Now I look at them like, you're just a legitimate scammer. You're on a legitimate level. You've used these nonprofits to make nothing but profit. And I don't trust any of these people anymore. And it's damaging because I might not trust good people, There might be some of these people that are really good people, and now I just don't trust any of you because there's so many people that messed it up for the good people. So, hey, I appreciate you calling. You be good. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Peace. Yeah, like there's so many weirdos that come out the woodwork when these kids go missing that, like we seen Dog the Bounty Hunter not even know the kid's name and promote his book. Right, he started the damn interview off with promoting his book. And I know people love Dog the Bounty Hunter, but I was like, yeah, you lost a lot of respect from me, homie. Dolly. Hello.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going all right. Not too bad.
This guy, he's an animal.
The father, I agree. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's an evil little animal. Like, look how big he is. He's like a bear.
Is this Sweetleaf?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Why, did you miss me?
Huh? Yeah, of course.
Did you miss me?
Of course. I missed you.
I
missed you like the measles.
I know. Me too. I miss you like that too.
Okay. All right.
I'm glad you're almost getting to 75.
We hit 75. We're on the way to 76.
We did?
Yeah. We on the way to 76. Where you been at?
I'm working.
Oh, okay. We right now are at 75,139. So if you're watching out there and you're not subbed up yet, help us hit 76,000 by subbing up the channel and ringing the bell for notifications. Tell them, Sweetly.
That's right. Y'all sling y'all's DNA all over that like button and share and comment.
Share, comment, love it, like it. Show your
That's
granny.
Right.
Okay. Show your granny, grandma, your aunts, your cousins, your brothers. Tell everybody.
Finger it, touch it, lick it, smash it, throw it. Just do it.
Just do it. Like the Nike commercial, right? Like the Nike commercial. And right. People listen to you because a couple people just subbed up. We're at 75,141 now. Thanks to you, Sweetleaf. They wouldn't have done it. They wouldn't have done it for me, but since you said it, they're like, okay, we'll do it since Sweetleaf said it.
Hey, did you hear the latest news on Olivia?
She married or she's with the dude from
Steve G, little Steve G?
Yeah, with Kaylee's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
And I think that's great because she's going out to, and he's going to go out on location with her to do looking for missing kids and people that just can't afford it and try to, get attention. And I think that's really good too.
Yeah, they seem like a cool couple. I'm happy for Olivia. She's a really nice girl.
Yeah.
So
maybe that family, the Congavas, they will do a thing like the Laundry Bride and what's Gabby Petito. They're like the Petitos are doing. I think they might start something.
She was, I mean,
Yeah.
before that dude, she was dating. Well, she was seeing this one dude in Georgia, and he was a really nice guy. I really liked that kid. He was just, I think he was a little too young and a little too nice for Olivia.
Yeah.
But he was
I
a
ended up
nice kid. He was the son of, remember Billy Joe Howe, Quentin's grandma?
Yeah.
Well, her husband, he was, when Billy Joe's husband left, married this other lady, and that lady had a son, and that son was hanging out with Olivia, and he was the nicest boy. He was so polite, and he was like a Southern gentleman, young man, and Olivia was just like, he's too nice. And I was like, well, everybody wants a bad guy until you get one. You need to find you a good dude, a good man. And this kid had he's gonna make a woman really happy one day. He was a really good kid. And he was so polite, so nice, just a Southern gentleman, young dude coming up the right way, good family.
Now this was on Billy. This was Billy Joe Howe's
ex.
Ex.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he married another woman, and she had a son, and the son was a really good kid, and he was in love. He was in love with Olivia, like, I mean, following around like a puppy dog, and he was the nicest boy, right? Respectful, good guy, and
Olivia's just so sweet. I can't see how.
I thought they would hit it off because they're both so nice and so like innocent acting. That they would make a good couple, and they did hang out for a while. But, Olivia had said that he was just too nice. And usually you don't hear that about oh, he's too nice. Like, well, damn, what do you want?
There's guys out there that's way too nice, yeah.
Yeah, most people want a nice guy, like that.
But you don't see them very often, though.
Yeah, I know. Even I was like, oh, he's a good dude. Like, give that boy a chance. You know what I'm saying? And
let that boy grow up a little bit.
He's gonna probably he'll probably make an awesome man one day. And like I said, whoever
they're the easy ones to train,
Yeah, he was a respectful guy. You could tell he was going to turn into a respectful man.
That's cool.
So, all right, Sweet Leaf.
You guys, y'all all behave, all right?
All right, peace.
All right, bye-bye.
And if y'all don't know, if you're tuning in and you don't know who we're talking about Chronicles of the Olivia. She did a lot of the Idaho 4 stuff, and she was covering Idaho 4, Kaylee Gonclaves. I think I said it right. I might have murdered the name. And then she ended up hooking up with her brother, which is a little weird, but it is what it is. And they look like a happy couple. That's who me and Sweet Leaf were discussing. Me and her did a lot of stuff down in Georgia together during the Quentin Simon stuff. The last time I seen Olivia, I seen her at Crime Con last year. She was there because she did the documentary on Hulu and a bunch of different stuff. But I seen her down there in Nashville. She's mostly on TikTok. Dolly is aging in reverse. Yes, definitely. Only getting younger. No, who hooked up with their brother? Chronicles of the Olivia. Not Olivia's brother, Kaylee's brother. Yeah, Olivia hooked up with Kaylee's brother. So, she was covering the Idaho 4, and now she's part of their family. Or I think they're getting married. I'm not for sure. They're dating, I think. I'm not positive. But that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about here today. That's just Sweet Leaf goes so Steve Jr., yes, dating Steve Jr. They're engaged. Okay. Well, thank you guys. I wish her nothing but the best. She is a really nice girl, and hopefully it works all out for her good. I like to see people succeed in this world. Cracked the 75. Yes, we cracked the 75. Now we're at 75, 146. They are married and she's preggo. That's what I thought. I thought the way they sounded, but I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not my business. I just wish her the best. She's a really nice person, and if she's happy, I'm happy for her. Yes, the wife follows her. Okay. She's really good at making, documentaries and small, short documentaries. She has the voice for it. Dolly, can you check your email? Can I check my email? Of course I can check it. I got something from True Crime. Read an affidavit of 10-year-old with former wife of broken bones and skull. Okay. And malnutrition. I don't know what. Okay, no subject. Let's see what this is. This is some pictures and an MP4. I don't like to click on files that I don't know what they are. Could be a virus. You could be a hacker. I have video from both. Okay, wait, she wrote me back. Jimmy, had to send it through Facebook Messenger because it won't send through email. Okay, sorry about that. Did you send it to my Jimmy Jams one? Okay, here we go. Send a photo. Oh no, these are video. All right, hold on. Oh, it is a video from the neighbor's house. Holy shit. Good find. Good find. Let's share this. Oh, I'm waiting to see this. I haven't seen this either. I ain't seen nobody show this. All right, let's blow this up a little. A little something. Well, if the neighbor's camera sees it that good, there's a casino. I still don't know if we're looking at the right house. Let me take this off for a second. All right, let me pull this off the screen so I can see what the next video is before I show it. All right, we got that one. We got this one. See, from the Google, it don't show an interstate behind the house. Or unless this is from a different angle. I don't know. I don't know if we've been looking at the right house or. Oh, Dolly, it's the back of the house because the highway is the front of the house. Oh, okay. So this is the back of the home. Definitely looks like a busy road. There's the casino, though. So they're out there. You can clearly see the casino because that's a good landmark with the casino. All right, let's see this. This is the big five. Do you need a body? I don't know. This is the big 5. So thank you for all this video. There's a Big Lots. How can none of this have cameras? And she was parked right here in the front. And now, of course, the people at the big 5 are saying they never, she never had the baby with her. You haven't seen one pic with the child smiling? I haven't either. All right, let me try this. I want to see what else is up here. Okay, that's it as far as the videos. There's the one from the big 5. There's the one from behind the house. This is in front of the house. They have a little candle, a little memorial set up. Yeah, I heard the same thing, that she had been in there prior to the incident with the baby, saying that her vehicle was broken into, and asking did they have cameras, and they said no. So, I mean, we pretty much know that these people are responsible. Dolly, the daylight picture is facing the right way. You at the billboard, top left of the picture. Hold on. Okay, it looks like the house. I mean, it's the same color as the house, I think. Oh, it is. There's the billboard. Okay, so there is a highway that runs back through there. All right, let's look at it this way. Okay, yeah, there is a highway. Okay, yeah, it's right. It's the right spot. We're in the right place. We're in the right place. It's just a different direction. Okay, I'm kind of confused now. I got disoriented. All right, here we go. Yeah, because there's the billboard and there's the casino. All right, so it is right. It's just shot from the back. All right, thank you for sending that to me. Dolly, there's an 18-wheeler. Where's the 18-wheeler? There's a car. Yeah, right there. I see it. You're right. There is a highway. So I guess it's in the middle of 2 highways. This way. If we go over here, we can see it. See it right there? Dolly, it's in the front of the house. It's been updated. Let me see if I can pull this video back up. Uh-oh, we're almost at 75, 153. Uh-oh, it's going up. You guys are great. Thank you for subbing the channel. And I'm probably going to take a little break here in a few and go grab me something to eat, because I haven't eaten anything. I took a nap, so I haven't eaten dinner. And I need to take my meds and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to get off of here, and I will be back with you guys at, let's say, 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 100K by the end of the year, Dolly. I hope so. That would be nice. So thank you for everybody that has subbed up. And I'll come back with you guys, and we'll go over these videos and all this stuff. And we'll just do a complete recap of all the interviews they done that type of stuff at 6. So let me close this. Let me blow this back up. And hopefully we get an arrest today, right? Please, commercial. Y'all want a commercial? Oh, Lord. The Dolly soap commercial. I'll give you half the commercial. I won't give you the whole one. What about this one? Welcome to the wonderful world of Dolly's luxurious lather bars. Some of the best soap in the world. And it comes in some of your favorite scents. Why have ordinary when you can have extraordinary? It's like driving a brand new Lambo down the street instead of an 81 Buick. Made from all natural ingredients, no harsh chemicals, this soap will leave you as smooth as a pimp with a limp. Check it out now at buydollysoap.com. And also, you can save 10% when you use the promo code WASHYOURFLAPS. Bam! There you go. That's the quick version. That's the quick version of this one. Hey guys, have you washed your ass crack in your titty flaps today? Is your soap leaving you a little bit dry and your clam just a little bit crusty? If that's the case, you're in the right place. I'm Dolly, the creator of Dolly's Luxurious Lather Bars, the best soap in the world. And I'm here to tell you, your soap ain't shit. It's filled with harsh ingredients and chemicals that you can't even say. Some of it is even made by doctors that ain't even doctors. And let me tell you, this right here, downright disgusting. Your flaps deserve better. Here at Dolly, we take every crack, flap, crevice in consideration. We only use the best 100% all natural ingredients because we care about your lady parts. Every bar is handcrafted by me, Dolly, and we carry some of your favorite scents such as raspberry lemonade, pink sugar, our version of love spell, Caribbean haze, and a ton more. Okay, there you go. Make sure you check it out. Dolly soap is the best soap in the world. Okay, hands down. You want to be clean, use some Dolly soap. All right, we don't want to see you coming up in the chat room smelling all crusty and dirty. You got to stay clean around these parts. All right, and the best way to do that is to wash your flaps with Dolly soap. All right. And thank you for everybody that's ordered. We've had a few orders come in today, and you guys are awesome. And crusty flaps, yeah, well, you can't have crusty flaps. I sell the best soap on YouTube. I don't know anybody else that sells soap on YouTube, so I'm assuming that I sell the best soap on YouTube, right? There ain't a whole lot of true crimers that sell soap, but Dolly does. Yeah, you got to make a living somehow, right? I told you, you don't make much money making YouTube videos. You gotta come up with something else to pay the light bill and keep food in the fridge. Don't be coming up here all musty and dusty. That is right. That is right. You can smell like cotton candy. You can smell like raspberry lemonade. You can smell like pink sugar, love spell, Armani, coconuts. We have a little bit of everything. So good show. I'm going to be back in just a little bit. I'm going to get me a sandwich, eat some crackers, and grab me a drink. I got some combos right here. I'm going to eat me some combos. I just don't want to eat on camera. And I'll be back at 6. It's 4:15 now, so about an hour, 45 minutes. I'll be back with you guys. So be safe until then, and we'll go over some more stuff. We may pull up some stuff from a couple other cases too. Lime in your coconut. Okay, we got cherry almond. We got a bunch of stuff. I haven't looked at. Matter of fact, let me look at the site real quick. I haven't been on the site in quite some time to see what we have in stock. Let me see what's up there. And I'll share this with you guys. We can look together real quick. Damn it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me share this with y'all. Oh, I stopped sharing screen. Hold on. Here we go. One-stop shop for the best soap in the game. Dolly soap is 100% the best soap in the game. Shop all. Okay, look, we got watermelon body wash. That's brand new. We just added that, okay? We didn't have watermelon before, but the watermelon body wash. We got tumblers, true crime tumblers. These are the different designs. This is the if you try to hurt somebody and don't succeed, it's only attempted murder. I'm here to establish an alibi Dolly Vision tumbler, okay, which is pretty cool. This is probably one of our best selling tumblers, is the True Crime Junkie one. All right. Turtle Island t-shirt, True Crime Junkie t-shirt, the Dolly Vision one. I love this t-shirt right here. It reminds me of like old skater stuff, right? Okay, view all. What else we got up here? We got the Dolly Vision t-shirt with my ugly face on it right here. We got the crime scene Dolly Vision. We got the Dolly Vision zombie t-shirts. We got these soap holders. I keep mine. I don't put soap in. I use it for my toothbrush in the shower. It sticks to the shower, and it's a little turtle. And I put my toothbrushes and my toothpaste in it. It's a shower caddy. That's what it's called. We got them in green too, like this, right? Shower caddies. My lotion. This is my raspberry lemonade lotion. We got cotton candy soap. We got Captain Crunch. We only got a limited supply of Captain Crunch. So if you want Captain Crunch, you better get that while you can, because I know I only have 12 of them or 10. Cherry almond, cucumber melon, Darmani, which is Armani. Okay, it's just we call it Darmani because it's Dolly's channel. Eucalyptus, Hey Dude, which is a man smell. Smells like sweet cotton candy mixed with a refreshing ocean and mint. All right, which is my Hey Dude. Because we've tried to add more men soaps, because usually most of my viewers are women, but you know, I wanted to make stuff that your husbands could use. We got honeysuckle. We got lavish lavender. Of course, one of our number one sellers is pink sugar scented soap. Raspberry lemonade. We have rose petals. We have sweet tobacco. And this is our version of Love Spell, which we call Turtle Spell. All right, which is basically Love Spell for any of y'all people that shop at Victoria's Secret. Dolly's Luxurious Lather Bars Watermelon Lemonade. We've added watermelon. That's our newest one. Of course, we have lip balms and blueberry, bubble gum. Our mystery boxes, what people love, the mystery boxes. It's one of our number one sellers is the mystery box. And let's see what else we got. Brand new premium mystery box. That's the bigger box with more stuff in it. We have these shower things to hold your soap that look like turtles, because you know we are the turtle gang here. Scent rollers and Darmani. We have dog shampoo, Lolo's doggy shampoo, unscented, safe for all dogs and little pups. Okay, so it's tear free. So if you get it in your dog's eye, don't put it in your damn dog's eye, people. But it ain't that bad if it does get in their eye. Yes, we have watermelon soap. We have hoodies. Okay. We're adding hats, mouse pads. PJ has a shirt out. PJ Vision. You see me wearing it there. We got pink sugar scent rollers, turtle spell scent rollers. She don't have any of the body sprays up here, but we have the stuff to make them, because I just got new bottles for the body spray. So in the next couple of days, I'm sure the body spray will be up there. But I'm getting ready to go make a few tumblers, and I'm doing them for Turtle Island. And I already got the design. It's right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right. but I got to make them. I was just trying to get the design together for my other show, Turtle Island. So I'm going to be doing tumblers tonight but I'll be back in an hour and a half. That gives me plenty of time. So I will see you guys soon. And just remember this, if nobody else does, Dolly loves you. And I'll be back at 6 a.m. All right. Be there or be square. Peace.